Hey everyone, what's going on here? Welcome to my channel, it's Raxstars. I decided to film outside for a little bit. Thank you for joining my channel and stopping by. I'm here because there's more Pokemon Go news. Let me just catch the Slowpoke for it. Make sure it's alright. That was quick. There's actually a couple Slowpoke here. Might as well take a look at this. Let's see, well, there was 3, might as well catch this Taurus because he's in the way. Anyways, next up on what's going on with Pokemon Go, some big news coming out. Gen 4. Confirmed APK updates. I was looking through it a little bit, I'll probably go a little bit more into it. Looks like move sets as well as animation actions. Some of the animation has been shown. Looks like predominantly all the Gen 4, but from my previous video, it looks like the starters and the legendary. Yeah, so it looks like the 3 stars and the legendary, at least at the very minimum, will be coming out. Also the Meltan / Nutto. Still gonna call him Nutto. There's been more information coming on this lately. I'll read the updated specs. Okay, I'll go check the update while I catch these. And what else is going on with the news? It's just as I filmed one little news broadcast that come out with all this stuff, but it predominantly looks like Gen 4 starters with legendary. Yeah, Gen 4 starters with legendary, Meltan, and I have a feeling that we're going to see less and less. We're going to see less and less spawns of Gen 1. My guesstimate for this coming, after this coming Mewtwo events, we're going to see a lot less spawns of Gen 1. I even noticed that Lunatone has been spawning more often lately. Tell me what you guys think if you see the same thing. Ghastly. These ones are always just a pain to get. Anyways, I believe it's Gen 1's going to be kind of slid off a little bit. Gen 4 starters with the dark and ghost type. And I think I did mention my guess was Gen 4 and dark ghost types for the end of October. It's starting to look more like I might be right on that. Specifically with EX raids, or at least legendary raids. It looks like I might be right about that one. Specifically, Dark or Ghost Legendary that's coming out at the end of October. After that, for November, because they're going to be releasing all the resources at once, we don't know, they could release anything at that point. Which would be smart on Niantic to do that, is to release all the assets into the APK that's available, but not actually specify which ones that they're going to release. Because they know, at this point they know that people are stripping down the APKs to finding out what's being installed. If they can throw everything out at once, then the only time they'll switch on the code will be when they do the force push, and then they'll be released. We definitely know, there's even, in other news, finally, Androids, rejoice, Android users, AR Plus will now be available to us. In fact, let me go into the news. Yes, Professor Oakenwillow discovers new information on Meltan. Since the existing of the mythical Pokemon, so you know what that means. Because of Celebi doing its thing, Meltan will most likely be the next mythical research. Now, I still firmly believe that Arceus will probably be mythical towards the end of Gen 4. They got plenty of time for that. We look up the lore of Arceus. I'm not going to get into the details of it, but it would make perfect sense. Meltan appears to be cute and innocent, and we are excited to learn more as research continues. Professor Will and the Kanto region's Professor Oak have apparently made some progress in their investigation, so be sure to check out their latest video. What's more, Professor Will needs you to do some special research to seek out the mythical Pokemon Meltan. Now, I wonder, someone asked me if they think that they will retroactively switch the Dittos back to Meltan from when they were released during Chikorita. I don't think so. In fact, I believe that whatever Dittos you had, but don't hold me on that. Wait until this is released. Once it's been released for at least a week, then you can get rid of those Dittos. More likely, they'll just stay Ditto. Because I believe that was a teaser. That wasn't really meant for you to catch it. Just to kind of wonder what's going on. Look for this special research to begin later this year. Not next year, later this year. So we only have a few months left, so October, November, December. As again, I suspect probably at the beginning of November. The end of October will be the Halloween Dark Ghost for like a couple weeks, and then the beginning of November, I believe, will be this Meltan. Oh yeah, and there's that package, that one mystery box from the Pokémon Go Switch game that we don't even know what's going to be in it, but that should be interesting. Now I'm going to click on this video. Let's see what it looks like. Let's go Pikachu and let's go Eevee. Okay, most of Meltan's body is made from liquid metal and its shape is very fluid. It can use its liquid arms and legs to corrode metal and absorb it into its own body. So all the cars are in trouble. Meltan generates electricity using the metal it absorbs from outside sources. It uses electricity as an energy source and is also an attack that can be fired from its eye. Clearly a curious Pokemon, Meltan is very expressive and shows an interest in all kinds of things. It does kind of have like that little curious look, just kind of like it's like looking around, wondering what's going on. Professor weighs in. Let's see. Authority. I'm actually curious to see how Pokemon Let's Go, if lore from Go will actually, not just Pokemon, but the lore from Go would interact with the game. Like they'll actually talk about us in the real world in the actual Let's Go game. Because I know this is not going to be a one-time deal. It's going to be a continuous thing throughout the game as Go evolves. Let's Go will probably also evolve as generations. That actually should be very interesting. And I wonder if it could actually influence the development of the game as it progresses. Like things like gyms and gym ownership would actually influence statistics in the game, in the Let's Go game. In the Let's Go game, if you play a certain amount, will actually influence, let's say, spawn points or something. And that'd be interesting if playing Let's Go would actually influence Go. Meltan and the mystery box. I will have to look at that because it's a YouTube video, and this is also going on YouTube, so I don't want to cross streams, as they say. But I will watch it and come back to you on that and give you a little news report. Yeah, this is our favorite. See, look at that video. And there's a screenshot of Meltan. And apparently that little center dot is an expression. You could change it, morph it into whatever expression. That's kind of cute. The mystery box holds the key to catching Meltan. Now, I wonder about that. If it's something that we have to purchase, something that is transferred when we transfer from one game to the other, that's probably what's going to happen. So you're going to transfer from Let's Go to Go, and when you transfer that box over, you open it. When you open it, that'll be the mythical research. And it'll present that. It'll be the next slot on your cell. I wonder if you can do it at the same time, kind of like how you can switch between. We'll find out. Yeah, they even show Switch and the phone and interacting with each other. Mystery box closes itself after it's used once. The only way to open it again is to wait a set amount of time and then send another Pokemon to Pokemon Let's Go. So you send it over to Let's Go, send a Pokemon over, and you get a mystery box in return. Okay, I get that. So you have to actually perform an action for that box to get over. You also get a mystery box for sending Pokemon to a friend's Nintendo Switch game, but you can only have one mystery box at a time. Kind of like an EX Raid Pass, you can only have one at a time. Meltdown will begin to appear once the mystery box is open in Pokemon Go, but be careful. They'll only appear for the player that opened the mystery box. So if you're going to send it to a friend's Switch, that if your friend wanted to get a mystery box, they would have to also send it to that same Switch after that set amount of time. That's probably what they're getting at. If I send it, let's say it's the day. If I send a Pokemon, then my friend will have to wait a day in order for him to get his box. Because if he sends it, he'll probably transfer over, but he won't get the box back. That's where this is important. Because he may feel like slightly like, oh, I didn't get it. But I don't know about the time frame. But that seems logical, because if they didn't have that time restraint, you'd be sending hundreds of Pokemon over continuously and getting all these mystery boxes, or potentially a mystery box and then someone else sending a mystery box. Like you could have 100 friends all send Pokemon to the same Switch and all get a mystery box out of it. That makes sense, because they don't want it to flood the game like that. Meltdown would begin to appear once the mystery box is open in Pokemon Go. Touch a Meltdown you see on the field map and then try to catch it with a Pokeball. Okay, so they show a picture. Interesting. They show a picture of the box, so you actually have to touch it. A box will appear, and like opening up like a gift or a present, you have to touch it, like tap it, and then it'll open up the box. So it may not be, it may just be like a gift. You just have to open it. Which also means that with a mystery box, you could probably save it. Well, you can only have one mystery box, so if you get one, you have to, more likely you get to choose when to open it, and that's probably allow you to do really cool AR shots. You can go find a spot, then open the box, then film it, and then catch it. That makes sense. You can then bring Meltdown you catch in Pokemon Go to Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, where it can follow you around during your adventure in the Kanto region. Even if you don't catch Meltdown in Pokemon Go yourself, you can ask a friend to send one they've caught into your Nintendo Switch game. Interesting. So you open up the mystery box and Go, then you can send it to someone else into Switch. So if I have a Switch, which I do, let's say Nick, you catch a Meltdown, you could actually send it to my Switch, and then I can play with it. If you have several, so you could actually distribute it out to your friends. I like this little picture of the tails. So that's actually interesting. On other news, as you're probably aware of, the HP and CP levels are going to be altered and tweaked. From what I read, it's going to allow more playability of the characters, so that Blissey won't be the end-all be-all of defense. It's going to tailor it towards not being able to attack and survive, kind of a cleaner ratio, which means, you know what this means? This means that the top 5 defenders of a gym will probably get altered. So everyone, hold on to your candies and hold on to your Stardust, because you don't know when this change comes what's going to be relevant and what's not. So keep catching where you catch. I wouldn't spend anything until this next release gets pushed. Beyond that, there was one other piece of news. Oh yes, one other piece of news which I think some of you guys may have just slightly missed. Friend requests and gift requests notifications will get stacked, and in other words you won't have to go through each one. They'll just be like one which is going to be a time series. It's just going to appear once. You slide it out or you accept it, and that's it. You don't get the continual requests. So if you're filming stuff, you don't have to deal with that. That's going to be. And of course, a lot of bug fixes, which I have been noticing. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that there's been a bug with the friends list. A lot of times I go through the friends list and it crashes. Anyways, I will go back to GoHub and take a look at the news and the updates, and I'll dig into it a little more and add on to this video. So thank you for joining. I'll probably get back to you in 2 seconds. For me, it's probably, I don't know how much. Anyways, see you guys later. Bye. Okay, might as well walk around. Alright, let's see what's on the radar. Check this out. I was out hunting last night. I didn't actually record anything. Frankly, it was a last minute decision. I actually just went shopping, decided I saw something reported, so I wanted to check it out. And look what I got recently. I've been on hunting this guy for a while now. Check that out, monotone. That guy has escaped me far more than I would like to admit. Did midnight runs, late night runs. Now you know me. I play a lot at night, so for me not to get a loon tone was kind of, dude. Really? Yeah. So that was very interesting. It was actually not as late as because I've done it where I see 2 o'clock in the morning, I would run out and try to catch it. And I wish they would do something for late night players. I know they can't do raids because of safety and dark and such, but they should. Not should, but it'd be nice if they had something. If they had something for the late night players. Could be maybe increase spawn rate. Well, I know they do day and night and such, and I know they're going to be tweaking that soon. It would be nice if they had Makita. I already have 100% lined up for evolution, so catch it. Yeah, so I already have 100% waiting to evolve. Waiting. What am I waiting for? I'm still waiting for a 2 to 3 times multiplier evolution. Because, as you can tell, I'm still level 38. Well, knowing my luck, I'll probably hit 40 when they just release it. I know some speculate that there will be, some speculate that there won't be. I suspect they will have one. Maybe they'll have one during November or December time. You know what? They might. They might when Gen 4 comes out. And here's my reasoning. They know that Gen 4 is going to be hyped. There's going to be a lot of people catching the starters. If it's just going to be the starters, who knows? It could be 20 of them because there's a lot in Gen 4. Now, what they could do is, let's say for the first 2 weeks or so, just drop them. That's it. And maybe another 2 weeks to kind of stir the desire to keep playing and to evolve older ones. Then maybe have a multiplier. 2-week multiplier. Then they could drop the legendary towards the middle of December time, and then the Christmas special. But I'm not Niantic, so I don't know what they have in their master plan, master design room. You know, it's funny. I have done some development and programming as well, and I've had a lot of people ask me, like, what do you think the design code looks like for the game? I don't want to speculate. Right. Be careful of this road. What am I doing? I'm walking, catching, filming, playing, talking. I'm amazed that some people are able to do this. Like, I'm one thumbing it right now, and if you see me do a lot of missed throws, it's why. It's like I'm literally doing it, like, look. See? And I'm going up towards the bank, which I have to go to the bank. Oh, look at here. Sorry, Mystic 7. Gym's going down. And look at all these tough defenders too. I'm not. Oh wait, I found out Regirock's actually really good against this, which I should probably take. I don't see too many people switching out in no battles. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna meet you in. Spooky. Now it's going down. And boom goes the dynamite. Well, that was a fun gym. Now let's see what's around here. Are you guys getting sick and tired of the Abras? Or sick of the Psychotykes? I'll have to say, because Gardevoir is one of my favorites, I'm actually enjoying all these walls appearing, even though it's not appearing as much as I would like. It's still appearing a lot more than before. Between you and me, I like some of the placement of some of these gyms, some of these stops, but this place that I'm at right now, this gym, is right between two restaurants. It smells good and I'm getting hungry, so I gotta get moving. It looks like that Slowpoke is stuck. It won't register, so I think he's just probably not even in the game. It's just a Neko that I can't tap on him. Yeah. Alright, moving on. Getting away from these restaurants. Huh. Hatching some eggs here. Let's see. Oh. No, I don't want to power it up as a real. Oh yeah, I gotta check. Well, I'm back here now. I said I would add a little bit to it, and just when I got back after filming, there was another update. There's actually a couple updates, so I'm going to get into it a little bit more. Okay, so as you see on the right here, I'm just going through Pokemon Go Hub. The key things, Generation 4, which I talked about earlier, and the Android AR Plus. Now I haven't seen it updated on my phone yet, but I think it's still rolling out for some people. That means that we will have that really cool AR Plus shots, and I will film those and put them on YouTube. Here's the skinny. Pokemon originally discovered in the Sinnoh region are arriving in Pokemon Go. Gen 4, we understand. Pokemon Go AR Plus is now available on select Android devices. So it depends, I guess, on the flavor device that you have and probably a firmware version. Friend requests and gift notifications will now stack. I mentioned that before. That's going to make things a lot easier for us. You can now select multiple Pokemon at a time when preparing to battle at a gym or participate in a raid battle. That's key, and that's very quick. Instead of having to go type select, you just be able to click, and then add it. So that's going to be a lot easier. And various bug fixes and performance updates. Nick's favorite little blurb there. Okay, and the 18 new moves, obviously, various move sets for some of the Gen 4. Razor Shell, Blaze Kick, Muddy Water. So that tells me right away, it's pretty much guaranteed that the starters are going to be, because there's enough for the three starter types and probably legendary. So these 18 new moves. So think about it. You have three starters with 2 move sets. That's 2, 4. So that's 6 for the starters plus the legendary. So that's 8 plus variations. Yeah, that makes sense. So you have follow the logic. You have the 3 starters, and they have 2 moves, and then so that's 6 moves right there. And you have alternate moves. Let's just say 2 different moves initially, so that's 12 moves. Then you have 1 legendary with also 2 different move sets. So that's 14. So that's 16. An additional 2 moves probably for the legendary to have 3 options. Kind of like how Mewtwo had the old Shadow Ball and Focus Blast and Hybrid Beam as 3 different options. It's probably the legendary will have three other options as well. So that's perfect. So 18 brand moves equates to the 3 starters and the legendary with 3 different moves. And they'll probably add more moves later on, but this is for the initial rollout. So that makes perfect sense. So my statistical analysis on this is that there's a higher percentage chance that it'll be the starters and 1 legendary. We all know who the legendary is at this point. A new Generation 4 Pokemon added. Well, you can see right here, Turtwig, Grottle, Torterra, Chimchar. It's basically the starters and the evolutionary Manaphy, Darkrai, Shineman, Arceus. No, it's way too early for that. Arceus I would say would be like at the very end of Gen 4, but again, they could be just adding all this. And then the forms of Gen 1 to Gen 4. Now, what's new today, which just happened, let me just pull this up here, which some of you probably already know, some of you may have not got the word or may have just glanced over it. Special female Pokemon event is live now, featuring Shiny Nidoran family. Now, someone in the Mystic 7 Discord said that you are unable to catch a wild shiny Nidoqueen, but that's actually incorrect because look at the terminology here. Featuring Shiny Nidoran family. And even in the news, and I'm going to read it verbatim here on the news for the Pokemon Go news. Date is from October 11th at 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, so it's 4 p.m. for Eastern Standard, till tomorrow at 4 p.m. So it's only a 24-hour period of time. But I'll read it to you verbatim on this. Features. More female Pokemon will appear in the wild. You may be able to encounter the shiny forms of Nidoran, Nidorina, and Nidoqueen. All 3 of them. So there's a possibility that you may see a wild shiny Nidoqueen out there. So enjoy searching for Nidoran and friends on this special day, trainers. Stay safe and happy exploring. Now, the ones that they mentioned were Pikachu, Clefairy, and Wobbuffet, female forms. So if you don't have a female form for your collection, if you're collecting specific types, Now, there are not shiny forms of those, just the Nidoran family. So that's something. But that just happened today, and that's happening today for 24 hours. So even if it's late night, you probably want to go out there. Actually, let me see. Let me start to make sure the game's up, and I'm just going to put a lure here. I'm not going to film it because it's there's too much involved in that. All right, let's see. Let's see what's on the radar. I did know. Okay, I do see in the radar. I see a Love Disc, Wobbuffet, Pikachu, Nidorine. Okay, I'm gonna probably have to go out later tonight to see if I can catch any. But just in the radar, just here, I could see that. So actually on the radar right now, I see a Nidoran, a female Nidoran, and a Nidorina already. Now it could be shiny, it could be not. I haven't caught it yet because I'm not out and about at the moment, but I will later tonight. I may actually stream it, so this may be a moot point. But on other news, now there's a couple things here that I want to show you. First, we all know about Nutto, aka Meltan. Boy, you may not necessarily know, and I caught this, and I'm not sure if anybody noticed this right away. But let me just put up these images. Now look at this image right here. Look at a bunch of the Meltans or Dittos. They're all kind of congregating together. That usually indicates that they're collecting or gathering energy for something. Now, I'm not sure if anybody noticed this. If you look at this, and now it's real quick. If you look at this picture here, that looks like an evolved form of Meltan. By the shoulders, it looks like it's going to combine in some way, kind of like a Ditto-esque, where all the liquid metal will combine into a big body form. So equate that to having, like, let's say 100 candies all kind of merging into one big Meltord or Meltazoid or Meltorino or Meltar or something like that. I think it's going to be something like that, and it's going to be an evolved form. And no, I don't think anyone speculated, but that picture right there shows a Meltan kind of head with a top lid with a little dot in it, with the body, but it looks more like a solid mechanical body, which makes sense because the liquid metal will turn to solid to like a robotic form. So I think this is Meltan's evolved form. Now, further on the video, why haven't we found a single Meltan since there? Is there some special condition we're missing? Now, Professor Oak, with his colloquial humor, says hello, and then talks about exciting news. I made a new discovery. Look at that face. It's like, yeah, okay, new discovery. What is it? Mystery box. Now, in the video, when you open it, you only found some sort of rusty lump of metal. So it kind of reiterates what I said before. You probably can gift. It'll be like a gift. You get a gift, and you open it, but opening the gift won't do anything. Like, you won't get an item, or you may get an item. You may get actually. Okay, when you open up the box, you just get a lumpy piece of metal. My take on it is it could be two things. One, as soon as you open the mystery box, it will trigger the mythical research. Or it could be a combination of just that, or possibly it'll give you like an evolutionary item. Like, for instance, a dragon scale upgrade or metal coat, something like that, where you get one, that rusty metal could be an evolution item. Reason why I say this is because if you look further on, as soon as he opens the box, there's a rusty lump of metal. However, this metal lump is composed of the same elements as Meltan. You recall that Ditto you sent to me the other day. It still remembered Meltan's form. That's what helped us confirm this fact. Yes, I do recall that Ditto did have a knack for remembering Meltan, although I don't think it quite nailed the finer details, sadly. Professor Oak sent him the mystery box, and as soon as he opened it, Meltan appeared. And notice how it's actually showing kind of like the background screen of Pokemon Go. Now, what's interesting about this, so it has to be a outdoor research it's a research that you have to do in the outdoors. In other words, opening up the box won't give you a Meltan, it will give you the research, possibly. We need to open a mystery box where I am now out in nature. This caused the rusty metal lump to react inside the box. Consequently, now notice this, it says consequently the mythical Pokemon Meltan appeared right before us. It did not change that metal. It did not turn that metal into a Meltan, which still allows me to suspect that it might still be an evolutionary item. But what's going to happen in the Pokemon Go game is you get a mystery box, and as soon as you open it, it will allow a mythical research to appear, but it will also allow the spawns of Meltan to appear wherever you open the box. And by the looks of it from this video, it's not just going to be one spawn. Look here, there are Meltan everywhere. Now I think what's going to happen is as soon as you open the box, there'll be a period of time where Meltan will start to spawn. And I think that's why when we saw Meltan appear in the Chikorita event, because it was a test bed to see how the spawning would react to distances, to time, etc. Well, it was a test. It was a test that they didn't tell anyone because they wanted to see how people would react, and more importantly, to see if it worked. So as soon as you open up the mystery box, Meltan will start to appear a period of time. The reason why I say it's only going to be a period of time, and there may be a timer on this, is that the box automatically closes after a period of time. Now, the reason why I think the metal is still valuable in this, as you catch Meltan, and this might be tied into the mythical research, will most likely spawn or give you the ability to evolve this Meltan into its evolved form. They're already spawning from opening the box, or allows the spawning to, because that's my guess, because the reason why I'm also guessing this is the latest APK update where they're tweaking spawn points. They're changing spawns in general, and that's the precursor test bed for this mythological evolution. Because what I believe is going to happen is Meltans are going to appear, and you start going to catch them, and you'll have that item. Then the mythical quest will allow you to spawn the evolved form, or more precisely, allow you to evolve that form. I'm not sure how they're going to do that. It may be a situation where it'll evolve once, possibly, and then you use the item to evolve into the second form, or it'll give you a chance to unlock like when you finish the mythical research, it'll allow you to unlock the evolved form, but you still have to evolve it on your own. And that would make sense, because then you could choose the time and the place and do your nice little AR pictures on that to look nice and allow you to evolve it. Yes, it's okay. See, the box closes on its own, and then there's a period of time where you can reopen it, and then more will spawn. So that allows you to catch a particular time, but it won't be continuous spawns. And that's actually a very interesting way of doing this, because you can actually tailor this so like when you get up with a bunch of people, it's one box per person. So I believe it's only going to spawn for that person. If you open up the box, it's not going to be like a lure where everyone's going to have access to it. As far as I know, that's a guess. The only time you can open it is the way Petro should have told him, like, sorry bro, gather as many Meltan as you can. Now, I believe part of the mythical research would be catch 100 Meltan. Because if you notice in that one picture, you saw a bunch of Meltan all lumped together, and then you had the picture of the evolved form. So that's a prerequisite. And I believe once you finish the mythical quest, or mythical research, if you want to call it quest, that part of collecting so many Meltan will allow you to unlock evolving it. And if they can be able to unlock evolutions, that could be a direction of Pokemon Go that we haven't seen yet, where instead of just catching an evolve on your own, you may have to unlock certain evolves, which lets me to believe that Arceus, or Arceus, however you want to pronounce it, may be further down the road with the mythical EX kind of combination thing, where you'd have to be able to catch a certain amount of Pokemon. I would put it where you have to catch all the legendaries, and as part of mythical research, you have to catch one of each legendary from Gen 1 all the way to Gen 4 to unlock Arceus. The reason why I say that is because if you look at the lore of Arceus is a pretty big Pokemon, potentially the creator of all. So, in that inference, the mythical research could be if you catch one of each legendary, kind of proving that you're strong enough to be able to handle the face of the Pokemon creator, so to speak. But that's just a guess. That'd be really cool if they did that, but I don't know. I do like how their expression in the other video, they actually showed expressions, kind of like smiley faces and frowny faces and reaction. Small little cute things, of course. Anyways, that's my news for today and yesterday, and hopefully I can get this out soon enough so you'll be able to take advantage of this quick Nidoqueen. I'm going to try to do it as fast as I can, but you got until tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard, 1 o'clock tomorrow Pacific Standard Time. There you go, and go out there, catch the shiny Nidoran family if you can. Send a comment, link pictures if you can in the Discord. Say hi. Catch you guys later, and thank you for stopping by.
Night.